Hello YouTube, my name's Nero and today is the day Call of Duty Black Ops 3's official reveal trailer is finally out. So what we're going to do with this video is show you guys the reveal trailer for those of you that haven't seen it yet, and then right after that I'm going to be showing you guys some things you guys may have missed during the trailer and just discussing it in general. So right there on your screen actually tells you how far ahead in the video you should skip if you want to skip past the trailer and go right to the breakdown, but I'm going to start playing the trailer for you guys right here and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Weapons don't have instincts. Weapons don't have loyalty. Weapons don't have judgment. Soldiers do. What happens when the soldier becomes the weapon? How far can we push technology?
I could not foresee this thing happening to you
before it starts pushing back.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is, in fact, going to be a futuristic game. It is going to have Titanfall-style movement, and it's going to have Destiny-style powers and abilities. So, a couple things I want to point out in this video. Mainly the things I want to point out are the things that are kind of related to Titanfall and kind of related to Destiny. Of course, there's a lot you can take from this. You could, of course, look at all the weapons. You can look at the environments and determine, like, what areas we're going to be playing in and things like that. But I think most importantly, I want to talk about the gameplay. I want to talk about what the differences are going to be between Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2, or maybe any other Call of Duty game that's been out so far. So, first screenshot I want to show you guys is actually going to be this one right here. This is part of the trailer where we actually see the guy basically pulls out a cannon from his arm and he's going to shoot people. This is assumably going to be one of the specialist characters that we can play as in the multiplayer, and his special ability is he's actually going to be able to basically have a gun for an arm. It looks like a very powerful gun at that. Here we're going to look at this character. So this character is pretty interesting. So with a wave of the left hand, you see these little, I'm going to call them like nano locusts almost, like a bunch of like nano bugs come flying out. And then you look at this screenshot here, this is what happens. It kind of just goes in like a swarms and they start attacking people. So that's a pretty interesting ability. So one of these specialist abilities is you're just going to kind of wave your arm and you're basically going to create a bunch of these little nano bug things that are going to go around and kill things. Pretty weird. Next picture right here, I wanted to look at this. This guy wanted to kind of point out. It kind of looks like Assassin's Creed Call of Duty style right here. That's pretty cool looking. You look at the chick there on the left. She kind of looks like an Assassin's Creed character running around with almost a dagger in a way with a hood up, kind of like a rogue style character. Pretty interesting looking overall. Next up, I wanted to show you guys this. I'm going to play it in slow motion. I'm going to play it over for you guys. I'm going to play it over and over. This is basically going to be the wall running of the game. So I didn't initially notice this when I was first watching through the trailer. The first time I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, this looks cool. So that's the shotgun, right? Because I'm a big fan of shotguns, as you guys know. And we see this, and we see him basically wall running. So wall running is going to be in this game. It is going to be a lot like Titanfall with the movement system and with the running. And of course, you're going to be able to have basically full access to your weapon at all times while running around, which definitely looks pretty interesting. Look at this picture right here. We basically have the crossbow from prior Call of Duty games, but actually looks like an actual bow and arrow. I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. I'm a big fan of that. I just hope it actually performs a bit better than the actual crossbow in Call of Duty years past, just because in years past of Call of Duty, I was never really a big fan of the crossbow. I never felt as though it was just really that good, but if it's an actual like bow and arrow style thing, I think that might be pretty interesting and pretty fun to play around with. This next picture here, I'm just going to look at this, man. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like a character that's going to be like jumping around with like two stabby gun things, man. That's just crazy looking. It makes no sense. Click on this picture here. It looks like an Iron Starlet from WoW, to be perfectly honest. You got this thing rolling around. It's going to go up there, and it's going to start massacring people. One's going to assume that may just be part of the campaign, but you can also assume it's maybe actually a kill streak or something like that in the multiplayer, or possibly one of the specialist abilities that we, of course, will see from all the different specialists that are going to be available in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, as well as at the end of the trailer here, we see zombies. It's kind of revealed. Basically, I feel as though they put this in there just to kind of let everyone know that zombies are, in fact, going to be in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, because what would a Call of Duty game be without zombies? So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been revealed. It is confirmed now. I think a lot of us kind of held on to it, a little glimmer of hope, I think, for a lot of us, kind of thinking, like, maybe this is all somehow a joke, and, you know, when the actual reveal trailer itself comes out, it's going to be, you know, some AC/DC playing, maybe some CCR playing or something like that. It's going to be a lot like Call of Duty Black Ops, or maybe a lot like Black Ops 2, but no, it is, in fact, going to be a much more futuristic game set in the year 2065, I believe, and it's going to have Titanfall-style movement, including jetpacks, double jumping. It's going to have a bunch of Destiny-style stuff in terms of having players have specific abilities. Like, there's going to be, I believe they said 12 different characters, and they'll have different abilities. Like, one's going to be able to see through walls. The other one, basically, his arm turns into a cannon. Of course, we saw the picture earlier of the lady who basically can, like, throw out a bunch of locusts, like nano locusts in a way. So there's going to be a bunch of different abilities for all these different characters that are going to be part of the multiplayer experience, as well as, of course, there's going to be zombies, a co-op campaign, as well as a bunch of other things. Ladies and gentlemen, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Are you happy with it? Are you guys satisfied with it? Because over the years, and this is probably the big reason why they did this, you know, everyone was saying how Call of Duty needs to change. And I feel as though there's a lot of traditional fans out there, like myself, who liked Call of Duty the way it was. I've liked Call of Duty ever since 2007. You know, I've liked Call of Duty 4. I played World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Advanced Warfare. I've played them all, right, ever since Call of Duty 4 in 2007, and I've always enjoyed the traditional Call of Duty system. I always enjoyed, you know, the feet on the ground, the ranking up, the prestige system, the way the guns play, the kill streaks in every single game. I always thought the traditional system was pretty good. And a lot of people are on the opposite end of that. I can understand that. They think that Call of Duty itself needs to change because it's relatively the same game every year. You know, different kill streaks, different maps, different guns. And I always thought that was a cool thing. That's what I always liked about Call of Duty was it didn't change. It didn't change too much. Of course, it was different every single year. Different maps, different kill streaks, different setting, different guns, and all that stuff. It changed every year, but it still stayed true to the original Call of Duty formula. This is going to be diverging from that quite a bit. Of course, Advanced Warfare was a lot different with the exosuits, and it looks like Black Ops 3 here is going to be a lot different as well, because it's going to have, of course, Titanfall style while running. We're going to have double jumping and basically Titanfall style movements, as well as we're going to have these new characters, these specialist characters that are going to be a lot like soldiers from Destiny. So it's definitely going to be a lot different than your traditional Call of Duty experience. It's definitely going to be a lot different, and I'm not sure how I feel about that right now. I'm strangely not as opposed to it as I thought I would be. After seeing the trailer, after seeing some of this stuff, it kind of looks like a lot of fun. Is that weird? I don't know. It's maybe... I think it's because I had such good experiences with Titanfall, and Titanfall, of course, was a great game. I love the movement system in Titanfall, and if they implement that into a Call of Duty game and they implement it well while still having more traditional Call of Duty things like kill streaks and things like that, I think it could be a very fun game. Once again, it's not going to be like other Call of Duty games, but I think it could still possibly be a very fun game, so we're going to have to see about that. Let me know your opinions on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in the comment section below. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope you guys all found it helpful and informative, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.